we had a fantastic session. We started with Dr. KK sir explaining, how he devised, how he innovatively used certain things and modified certain things in the limited resource settings. And then we had a talk by Bharat sir. He nicely narrated the strategies of success of an individual and an organization. Then we had Dr. Magesh, how hard and how is struggle and how innovations made endofusion surgery in the last 10 years. I'm here, not done much of those kind of innovations, but I'm standing here to answer a question that we do have a versatile and a vintage retractor, whether it is still holds good for our less invasive surgeries. See, when we start, conventional goals is to relieve a pain and improve quality of life of our patients. That was our main goal. Then, as we started going into the modern era of spine surgery, our goal changed. We want to give that through maximize the outcome, and we want to minimize the surgical morbidity. So, minimizing the morbidity and maximizing the outcome is our ultimate goal now. See, if you take this bread and butter case, leg pain, 4 months leg pain, no red flag symptoms, failed conservative measures. We all know that, we all agree it needs discectomy. Okay. How do we get it? We were very aggressive in removing that, surgically aggressive, and then we calmed down, respecting the soft tissues, and then again we really mellowed down, and we thought we should respect the tissues, and then we went down in size. And then we know that size doesn't matter, but the damage to the muscles and tissues does matter. So how we were able to do it? We were able to do that with magnification, improved magnification and illumination. So either loops or microscope, and then now we have come to the endoscope with a panoramic view, and we are able to respect the tissues and take things out. But all these technology, all these advancements do come with some cost. And if you look at the Indian scenario, as Dr. KK sir pictured nicely, there is diversity, and it's a land of contrast. And if you look at all the infrastructure, the healthcare facilities, resources, infrastructure is concentrated in the urban, where only 27% of 1.4 billion people lives. So 27% is in the urban, but 75% of the health facilities is in the urban. So, and also the 70% of the population has to pay out of pocket. So everything comes with a cost and accessibility. Cost accessibility becomes an issue when we come with the advanced technologies. So if you have to get to the point from point A to point B, we rely on the car nowadays. And if you look at the automobile industry, it has transformed dramatically from fuel to hybrid to electric now. Soon we are going to have completely electric. But still, if you look at some of the models, some of the creations, still holds their charm, and they're still top on the list. And one of such is the Ambassador. We know the challenges of Indian roads, and the Ambassador is still the king of the Indian roads. So similarly, we have our Ramani retractor, which is still holds best retractor of all the available for our spine surgeries, and most affordable and cheap one. So if you have to microdiscectomy, smaller incision is what we want. Same incision of 2 centimeter. We can use the blade and the hook, and then we can do with a less tissue disruption and less damage to the muscles, we can do the work what you want. See, the hook can be used on the spinous process, or you can use it on the other side of the paraspinal or in the interspinous. I avoid using in the interspinous. Yes. So you can complete your laminotomy, flavotomy, and you can do the decompression, and you can get to the disc. I will pass this. So you can do your discectomy, and you can also do your over the top decompression, everything, without need to expose the other side to avoid, and you can avoid the insult to the other side. And you can even do the T-leaf, and then you can do the perk screws. So once you've done that, if you have to do T-leaf, yes, MIS tubular systems, if you don't have access, you can still do the perk and use the Ramani retractor to take advantage of the Wilsey plane, and you can finish your facetectomy, laminotomy, and you can do your disc work, and then you can put the screws and rod, and then you can finish it. So your discectomy, decompression, fusion, everything can be done with the Ramani with a little insult to the tissues compared to a standard open. And I normally use the paramedian incision. The straps I normally connect and use it. If needed, if you feel that you need to do bilateral segmental decompression or discectomy, you can take midline as well. And certainly it helps to do a less invasive work compared to a standard retractors and an open approach. When I ask my patients which ones you want, most of them prepare this midline one. They feel the open scar gives them better option. So for the patient, what feels more aesthetic is the midline one. So in a country like India, where resource is limited, and we all striving to give a good maximum outcome with a minimum surgical morbidity, Ramani still has a role, and it still is in our armamentarium. And I would like to remind it, Occam's razor, which is nothing but the simplest solution for any given problem, is the best solution. And the simplest solution and the affordable and accessible one we have is the Ramani retractor. So it will stay in our armamentarium, and it will continue to give a good outcome for our patients, and with the less invasive options. I would say that was on Tuesday. In Chennai was completely flooded, and we were all wondering what's going to happen, because there was a very bad forecast. And same day evening, whole of the Chennai spine team turned up for Dr. Abbasi's talk. And the next day, luckily the weather was favorable, and the tide got diluted, and it moved away, and Chennai team were able to come to Ahmedabad. And we must say, I think one of our colleagues said, the Chennai team, the cyclone has diverted and gone to Ahmedabad and stormed most of the things, awards, and our incoming president and MISSABCON 2026. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank the MISSABCON organizing team and the MISSAB Society and everyone here. And we are looking forward to host you all in Chennai in 2026. Thank you.